Welcome. Welcome. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our live stream here. I'm International Master Sladge. Alright, Schumacher, welcome. Good morning. I hope you're not drunk. No more drunk challenges. Let's do a little puzzle to warm up. Puzzle warm up. Oh, there's a threat somewhere. Let me just feel it. Queen G5 with the subtle threat of penetrating into the white position. In addition, we have F4, Queen G4, hitting the rook and threatening Queen D1. Mate. And that is your solution. Congratulations. Bam. Oh my god, it's H5. Oh, it never even entered my mind that it could be H5. Why would it matter? Why would it matter? Oh no. Why does it have... I have H1. It's like forced mate, I guess, rather than just winning the rook. It's even better. It cuts off the king and you have like check and... I don't even know if that's a forced mate, but not sure about that actually. Yeah, damn, there goes my rating. Whew, I got up to 2648. I only lost 17. Wow, how did I get to 2648? I only lost 17 points. Yeah, it has to be Queen H5. Damn it. What about Queen G4? How bad is it? It's still almost winning. Yeah, we trade. I mean, I just assumed. But you can't just assume. I mean, this Queen innings something. Yeah, early in the morning. Yep. Welcome, ABCGM. All right. Good morning. Let's do some rapid chess. Rapid chess training. Making masters out of noobs. Turning noobs into masters. No more Philidor. That was a bad idea. I tried playing the Philidor in a bunch of games yesterday, and it just doesn't really work for me. Thanks. Damn it. Damn it, what? That's my name. I'm white finally. Damn it. He never plays the critical line. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Aster B, welcome. Nice 2-move simul game yesterday. There's no sign whatsoever that something was wrong there, right? You had no warning signs or anything. Am I right? Okay, blocking in the bishop on C1. Too much thinking. It's Rogozin. Now what do I do? Do I keep my bishop or trade it off? Normally I don't play d5 in Nimzo. I don't really like it. I feel like if I was going to play d5, why would I play the Nimzo? Why wouldn't I? If you're going to play d5, why not play the Queen's Gambit in the first place? It's always been my very, very narrow-minded view about d5 and the Nimzo. My very dogmatic take. Sladgie rapid viewer analysis. Yeah, pawn takes. Now knight takes is like a transposition to a panna of Caro-Kann. We're going to maintain our center. We follow principles here. Principled center. Principal Skinner. You knew you're old when The Simpsons seems old, huh? Alright. Yeah, bishop d3. We're going to want to attack. We're going to want to attack the center. We're going to want to try to hold up this central advance. Schumacher has played many games with this sort of Pillsbury attack. I'm not sure though. I think I would put the knight on e2 there. Bishop d6 is too slow. But I can play knight bd7. I thought about that. Like, phonetics. Alright, we'll just play robotically. You know what happens next. Guess what happens next? Click. Thanks to Move11 for gifting a tier 1 sub yesterday. Mirko, someone on sound, for the donation. Wow, knight e2. Never expected that move in my wildest fantasies. That's a great move for me. Shit, where am I going to put my knight now? You should have thought of that before, Sladgie. You should have put the bishop on d6, I guess. We'll have to go g6, bishop g7, and then maneuver the knight. Do it. Do you have a one-track mind? Would you like one? B3. Hey, what do I do? I just like hang out. We're just gonna chill here. This kind of annoying light beam. Light beam. Lightsaber. Alright. Oh no, he strengthened the control of his one-track mind. Eight-track. You have an 8-track mind. I know what you're trying to do there. I see what your obsession is. Fetishist. He's an E5 fetishist, like our other friend, Mirales. Prevent offense. No, I can't play that. That's alright. Yes, I don't have to do anything. Don't have to do anything but pay taxes and die. So we're playing for the win on the queen side. A4 for the win. Damn. Guys, when I know something, a horrible, horrible, evil secret, I haven't even watched like the last 5 games of the World Championship. I'm not even interested. It's like, what kind of, isn't that unbelievable? He holds, although I'm glad that Ding won. Damn, where's my, I should be reading the chat here. What is your preference? Losing set to overset? Oh my god. Losing with piece. Piece up to an unsound gambit opening. Losing with piece up to unsound gambit opening, because it doesn't it doesn't affect my losing money. I talked about losing a hand with that on Saturday. It was just like I was locked in. Yeah. Yep. But my opponent did a good job of kind of feigning weakness. That was good. It wouldn't have mattered. I told him I would never fold. He didn't need to, like, he defended it. He was like, oh, I wasn't trying to act like, you know. I'm like, yeah, right, okay. I wouldn't fold no matter what. You had a favorite player in the World Championship? Yeah. Not a favorite, but I prefer Ding to win. He seems like a really nice guy, and I would prefer like a more modest type of player who doesn't have a... No. I just think I like Ding better. That's my preference. Yep. Well, that's certainly an interesting move. Knight h4. What are you doing over there? What's he doing with knight h4? Yeah, strange. I mean, if I had money on the match, for sure, like, Ding wouldn't have won. But, yeah, I was surprised. I thought that Pagliacci would be the automatic favorite in Rapid. But it just goes to show you that, you know, it's kind of random, you know. It's one of the reasons why World Championships shouldn't be decided by Rapid. Results going to be pretty random. But I guess if the noobs are happy, then I'm happy. Yeah, it was nice to see someone sympathetic become the world champion. He certainly seems nicer than the Pagliacci or Magnus Carlsen. He seems like a real kind of nice human being, which is refreshing. Anand was pretty nice. He's kind of the last nice world champion. But Magnus is okay, you know. He's still always been this kind of standoffish, I feel. Ding seems really human and humble. And he seems well liked by his friends. Alright. But anyway, enough of that. I don't like the World Championship format. So there's a lot of things that should be improved about it. Wow. Bro. Dude, this is just absurd. F5? Couldn't resist the cheapo. Oh, I'm an idiot, of course. I keep missing one move tactics. Should I have done bishop takes h2 check, king h2 check, and then take? He'll still avoid the exchange of queens at the end of the day. I couldn't force the trade of queens. Actually, f5 is more weakening to white's position than most moves. I don't think h8 is a safe square for my king. What do you guys think? Wow. Can't find a forced tactical win here. Hey, how about an A file? Mind if I borrow that A file? I started this operation on the A file and then he like totally distracted me and I completely forgot about it. Most players seem to play like maniacs. Schumacher, are you drunk today? You realize drunk is a relative term, of course. Alright. Let's play some rapid chess. I'm curious about this opening. E3 is really kind of lame. Don't you normally play knight f3 there? Just kind of choose at random. How does that work, man? Hey, man. How does that work? Like, seriously. Three pieces for the rook? It's interesting material balance. Where are my pawns? Have you seen my minor pieces? Have you seen my pawns? Your minor pieces for my pawns. I'll trade you all of your... Oh my god, the e4 pawn, it's hanging. What's that about? So what's the material balance? I have 3 pieces for a rook and 3 pawns. It's actually, you know, materially not that ridiculous for white. Bishop f4. Fear not. Fear noteth. This is a bit much. Another one bites the dust. And another one. Wait, did I just have mate in 1 or something? Oh my god, you just gave me mate in 1. Mate in 2, and I missed it. Are you serious? This guy's an international master. It's morning, and I don't really do morning. I don't really do mornings. You know that? You're not expecting someone to just like drop mate in 2. And now this guy doesn't have any checks. Look, man, no checks. But he does have g3. Just in case. Phew. Not big on resigning. Check. Check. Could have played King of Fate there. Be better. Jeez. This never ends, this game. Phew. Cheapo after cheapo after cheapo. Unbelievable. Bishop takes g3, rook g1, and you would stay in the game. This is gonna get ugly. Now it's gonna get ugly. Phew. No reason to resign now. I mean, this is not clear at all. What's happening here? All right, come on. Now you want to resign? Now you're gonna resign? Seriously? Why? Mortal 1447. Mortal the Turtle. Mortal the Turtle with 1084 rapid. Alright, very good. See, most people are like afraid to challenge me when they're 1084. But this is a way to get better. You know, don't be afraid. Afraid to challenge much higher rated players. How are you going to improve if you're scared to play someone high rated? Mortal. All right, Bijak. The Caro-Kann is just evil. Passive and evil. I hate playing against the Caro-Kann. Let's see the news. What do we got? I like my news comes in Hungarian. Should I challenge? Someone in chat tell me. Esh Galagama. Okay, you guys can challenge if you have 100 rated games or more that are non-bullet. Serious Falcon, wrong time control though. We do increment with 7 plus 5. Sati from Sri Lanka. Good. Good. What is that? The wrong time control? Yeah. You guys, at the bottom of the screen it says 7 plus 5. It's like I put that there so everybody knows, and then no one reads it. No, it's not 5 plus 7. There you go. Thank you. So I keep thinking this is my game with Hikaru. The Blitz game where he knocked over all the pieces, and I drew because I had no material left. My last game with Hikaru. 20 years ago. Literally exactly 20 years ago. Can't believe it. I can't believe like 20 years ago seems like it was just like 5 years ago. Max 10 years ago. The last 20 years, time just gets faster and faster. Is it me? Is it getting older? Or is it just really like for everybody time's getting faster? You're just transposing to an old Indian now. The game against Hikaru was different because he did what is it? Knight f6? Can you play Knight f6 there? I think so. Knight f6 there, like a Petrov, is a little more active than just transposing to a normal old Indian. The old Indian is tough, but it's solid, but it's passive for black. I wouldn't recommend this to someone rated like 1,000. I think it's too cramped. It requires too much accuracy not to get a really bad position. I think you should play something more fundamental. You're rated 1084. You should play e4, e5, realistically. Hard to play. Bijak, you're not really from Sri Lanka. Although I've heard it's a pretty beautiful place. Alright, d5. Yeah, this is like not good for black. Bishop, yeah. Knight on b6 is misplaced. It has no future there. It's just getting out of the way of the bishop. And black has a huge spatial disadvantage. Play d4, d5 till you get to like at least 1600. You need to kind of master, I think. Give yourself a fighting chance at least, to get some space in the center. Hypermodern openings should not be played by people like that are starting out. I don't think. I did it the wrong way, and I'm here, I'm alive, but I don't think it's good. I don't think it's optimal. At least play d4, knight f6. Or this was an e4 game, so you have to play e4. e4, e5, e4. Sicilian is maybe the French, but Caro-Kann isn't that bad. Alright. Fighting. This is fighting move f5, but risky. Black will lose, a lot of times lose control of the white squares. I do regret having put my bishop on e2, though. This bishop would be better here now. Here now. Here now. He has a very big weakness. Is 7-2 accepted? Well, you can always risk it, but I wouldn't say 7-5 at the bottom of the screen. We just try to keep it simple by playing one time control. That way there's no questions. No questions asked here. Now he's coming back, though. After a bad opening, black battling back. The only real problem is that knight on b6, and this e6 square is kind of weak, but maybe that's not the end of the world. If I can't use this square, he did waste time in the opening. I've never seen anyone turn the Caro-Kann into the Czech Benoni, though, I have to say. That's the first for me. Would you guess this opening was a Caro-Kann? Looks like a Caro-Kann. I hate the Caro-Kann. e4, e4, c6, d4, d5. The worst is like the main line with knight c3, pawn takes pawn, knight takes pawn, and knight f6. It just drives me crazy. Or bishop f5. Yeah, black's doing well after the bad opening. He's playing quite okay. Are you into castle queenside? Would you like to castle queenside? Would you like? See, I'd rather play these. Play to exchange these. Thus leaving me with superior control of e4. A weak white square on e6. That's home for Mr. Knight. Mr. Knight. As Grandmaster and author Savali Tartakover said, basically, a knight outpost on the 6th rank is often decisive. Bleep. Someone just followed. Ooh, c4 is hanging. Man. Mannen. Mannen 1214. Super Knight. My Super Knight. Super Knight only goes so far, though. We're gonna need a little extra juice. Queen b3. Pawns should be protected by pawns, I guess. The pawn chain. He can always attack it again. It's like queen g4. So I'm just gonna defend this pawn with pawn. Pawn should be protected by pawn. I know it sounds racist. Knight d7. I want to break through into the enemy camp. b4. Knight b5 is getting interesting, no? An extra knight. Is 7-2 accepted? No. 7-5. Casual only. No, I get used to one increment, and it's just weird. It's weird to change up. Like, you play like 1,000 games of 7+5 in a row, and then try to play 7+2. And you're just like losing on time every game. I can't switch up increments very easily, which is one of the reasons why I don't play Blitz anymore. The standard Blitz increment is 3+2, but I'd rather play 5-0 if I had to. Alright, I guess I have a threat here, I just realized. I only now realized I have knight takes f8 and knight takes d6. Myrtle. Oh yeah, this is a kind of, I would say, advanced exchange sacrifice. That's pretty good for a 1,000 rated player to come up with the gumption to sacrifice the exchange there, judging that my knight is so strong. You're still lost objectively, but, you know, I think kudos for a practical decision. That's probably not bad. Kudos. Astrobit, you're awfully quiet out there today. Kudos to Ding Liren for winning the so-called World Championship. Well, it's still the World Championship. That's all we've got. As much as I like to gripe about the World Championship being a shitty format, still he deserves credit. I mean, things could be worse. Can you imagine, like, if Hikaru Nakamura was the world champion or something? Ugh, that would be horrible. Alright. Far worse things than Ding Liren being world champion. I'm sure he'll be an honorable example for the rest of the world of a good sportsman. Alright, now it's time to think about simplifying. I mean, my bishop's probably better piece objectively. The knight's now a little unstable, actually. I don't know about the decision to play bishop takes b4. It's probably substandard. I can play a4 if I have to, but it would weaken my pawn. Ponda. Knight c5. Knight c5. You wanted to play knight c5, didn't you? I told you guys about my friend who's my ex-friend, who I don't like him anymore, but anyway, that's not here nor there. My ex-friend who played this guy who made a legal move when he went to the bathroom. Or he changed his move after my friend went to the bathroom. That was funny. Do you ever like make a blunder in an over-the-board game and sit there thinking, well, would anyone notice if I like took it back and like unpressed the clock? It's pretty funny. We've all been tempted, at least in our fantasies, to do this kind of thing. Speak for yourself. I mean, Mortal, geez, 1084. You made a good exchange sack. So his opening was bad, but the rest of his game was pretty decent. Any thought on the Stafford Gambit? You are kidding, right? I think that, you know, I dislike the fact that Eric Rosen intentionally encouraged people to play like bad openings. They don't understand the context. It like loses by force, but other than that, it's great. You know, no, I wouldn't teach like beginners to play openings that lose by force. Personally, it's part of the bullet chess degradation of chess culture. We're degrading chess culture by playing things like the so-called Stafford Gambit. Who's Stafford? What is Stafford? Does anyone even know what that is? Who that is? Is that named after a person, place, or thing? Did you invent that? Like, is that name from Wikipedia or what? Who is Stafford? Never heard of a Stafford. I've been playing chess for like 40 years almost. I've never heard of anyone named Stafford playing chess, so... Well, that's... if that says anything about it. I don't know what it is. It's some kind of Eric Rosen garbage. Yeah, don't believe the fake news media. I don't know. Man, I mean, Mortal is really good for 1084. Come on now. 1084. How could you be 1084? You're defending like a genius. He's defending like a genius, seriously. It's a hell of a 1084. 1084s are not known for their defensive skills. He's more like 1584. Going on 1884. Don't play the Stafford. Learn a real opening instead. It's just like cheap trick opening, you know. You're selling your soul playing cheap tricks, and you're gonna have to like relearn chess later. So why waste time? You know, why not just learn a real opening in the first place? Damn, dude, this is just insane. 1084. Yeah, right. Get out of here. Why do people have to troll me? Pretending to be 1084. God, it's like that's your little brother playing on the account and you're like 1684. There'd be no way that Black can play this one and be 1084. Except for like really booting the opening. I mean, they played like very reasonably. 1084 in my butt. Alright. No, this player doesn't have enough games. We can't accept... I'm sorry, I can't accept like provisionally rated players. You like how Black's taking his time. Yeah, and he used his time well for 1084. That's unusual. He's about 600 points underrated. And actually, good defensive skills. I mean, at the end of the day, 35 CPL, 4 inaccuracies, 1 mistake, and you're 1084. You'd be easily 1684. But yeah, I mean, normally people like this guy obviously has good defensive skills, sacking the exchange to avoid losing immediately. Um, really good decision there by Black, practically speaking. People that play well defensively generally, oftentimes, like get good at defense because they always have a bad opening. So if you have enough bad openings, like you're forced to become a good defender. It's like blind people; their other senses improve. That's why Karpov's coaches refused to teach him openings in his early career, so he would develop like good other skills. All right, no challenges up. Then we'll just end the stream for today. What's up, LVN, Livon, Livon. Yeah, Hikaru played what? This against me? We had this. Remember that? I think he played this. This variation? I don't remember. This was 20 years ago. I'm trying to remember stuff from 20 years ago. Now we're transposing to the Philly door. No, Old Indian. Sorry. This is a really weird move. C6 then C5. I like how the only game this has ever been played was won by Mika Kartunen. It's like a Finnish master, grandmaster. How or why would a strong player play this with Black and win with it, no less? Computer gives rook c6 a question mark. But that's from the pure mathematics standpoint. I think it's a good practical move. Yeah, you're definitely playing the wrong opening. I mean, if you want to play this type of structure, don't start out playing the Caro-Kann. Right, is that it? No other challenges by rated players? No, the Stafford Gambit is not good. Next question. Staffordshire. I've never been to Staffordshire. Oh no, LVN. Crossing the 2300 barrier. Rapid 2303. Is that your highest rating? No. 2021. You almost cracked 2350. Look. Alright. We accept our challenge. Good luck. Oh god. See, this is what I'm talking about. The declination of chess culture. Did anyone see? And he talks about the Botez sisters and Carlson. Oh my god. Magnus is doomed. I was talking about this yesterday. It's like, dude, whatever. He's gonna come unhinged. God, that's sad, man. You could do a lot better than hanging out with the Botez sisters. Jesus Christ. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, Magnus. You're unbelievable. I mean, how stupid can you get, man? This guy has, like, access to pretty much any door in the world. He literally has access to any door in the world. Being the world chess champion, what does he do? He chooses to hang out with the Botez sisters. He could be like hanging out with like billionaire royalty in like Monaco, but no. Let's think small, Magnus. Let's think small. Hang out with like exploitational Instagrammers that have no talent. I don't think that Magnus has a lot of sensibility outside of chess. I'm afraid. He's not prepared. He's not been prepared for the world outside of chess. Remember how people used to exploit Michael Jackson? Not you know, not a question of whether Michael Jackson was like, just as an example of celebrity who would get like exploited by other people. This like really naive sort of person. All the people around them would just like scammers would just like gravitate toward you. Magnus is like a sitting target. Gotta use a little more imagination. If he's gonna quit being the world chess champion, why are you hanging out with the Botez sisters? Dude, get a life. So many opportunities out there for someone who's like capable of being the world chess champion. So disappointed in Magnus. I don't really care, to be perfectly honest. It's just funny. Another chess player who's socially retarded. Imagine that. That's the problem, man. You lock yourself in a room studying chess for your first like 20, 30 years. Now he's got to cope with the real world if he chooses not to be world chess champion. He doesn't have the skills for that. But maybe it won't be. Maybe it won't end in tragedy. But I think he could do better. No, maybe he'll be successful outside of chess, or maybe he'll die of a drug overdose. We just don't know. What am I doing? I hope he has a good therapist, though. Knight takes d4, bishop takes d4. I keep forgetting I'm not playing 1,000 player. It's not just declination in chess. I mean, streaming is kind of like cheapening everything. Like you watch like the live streamed poker games, and it's all about like celebrity. It's not about. It's kind of like watching like professional wrestling or something. You know, slowly it's not even real. It's just sort of staged. Yeah, the media and infotainment. It's hard to know what's real anymore. What do I do here? I've got to play g6, and I'm playing infotainment. But I don't do infotainment. I try to actually teach chess and play chess. This is not. I'm a real chess player. I'm not one of the Botez sisters. An actual chess player. I know that's not interesting. You know, being an actual chess player is not as interesting as being an Instagram goddess or whatever. But it is what it is. What you see is what you get. You know, here. Man, Elvian is also a real chess player, apparently. Very solid. Why am I playing the Philidor again? Well, it wasn't really a Philidor. White played a3, and I did this last time, and I got a good game. But I don't remember if it was against you or someone else now. It was you, wasn't it? I'm using my dragon, my accelerated dragon. Sort of. Oof, this could be a problem. Oh, what's the double pawn amongst friends? Yeah, objectively, after a3, black should probably play something more dynamic. But what happened to my center again? Why did I trade off my own center? Yeah, I took... I mean, realistically, I shouldn't take, I guess. I don't know. Oh, we have hate mail. Should we really, like, trade off our center? I mean, that's the other problem. I mean, d6 is passive. I mean, the main move is d5. Like, probably that's black's best move. For a reason. There's a reason why d5 is the best move for black, right? Because it's better than all the other moves. Although I know bishop c5 is a move, and you take here. But I mean, this type of position now that he's got, it's a nice little like lasting edge. Little. That's not a great move, but it's not a bad move. I was concerned about e5. Because if I play bishop takes f3, I lose a piece. So after e5, I wasn't sure if I should like retreat my knight and let you like mess up my pawn structure, or take and let you mess up my pawn structure. Looks like after knight takes c5, basically the position is equal. Or just maybe a tiny bit better for white. This is not an ambitious move for white. Could end in a very boring type of draw. How do you want to play it? Bishop takes, pawn takes, knight d7, rook e8, queen e8, bishop g7, king takes, king takes, queen c3 check, king g8, queen e1, queen d8. Could I draw my c-pawn? It's obviously also possible to do knight d5, bishop g7. It's a good thing I'm not playing Mr. Slow for my simul yesterday. The bringer of death. Yeah, I mean, I don't like this. This is slightly worse for me. Just, yeah. Bishop takes, pawn takes, rook takes rook, rook takes rook, knight d7, take, queen c3 check. I can't play queen f6 because my c7 pawn drops. And white has control of the open file. He also has bishop g7 there, insta-took. Insta-capture. Speaking of Instagrammers, I saw this clickbait story yesterday about some woman who was a nurse in the United States, and she became rich going viral by making videos about how she paid off her student loans or something. I mean, it's nice, but it just doesn't seem right, you know? Like, there's all these people that are, like, struggling to like, take care of people, and they're, like, you know, devoting their lives in whatever, in a real career. And now, you know, she's, like, this rich Instagrammer, while these other people are, like, working in the nursing field, struggling to get by. This is what our society has come to. People are rewarded for being Instagrammers. What's that about? This? Oh no. Anyway, it's an instructive position. OnlyFans. Well, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Another person I know. She's a poker dealer. And I don't know about the States, but here poker dealers don't make that much money. They're struggling. And they're mostly exploited. They don't get overpaid. And she's having to do like OnlyFans to make ends meet, but yeah. At least that, like, okay. You're like exposing yourself. You're like giving up something of yourself. Queen takes. Bishop takes. Check. Queen f6, queen c7, queen b2, queen d6, queen d4 check. I'm down a pawn. Nice knowing me. I have another option of queen f4, and then queen b7. My rook is trapped. Yeah, some do, I'm sure. Alright. It's kind of hard to believe, actually. Whoa. Really? You took on b7? Oh my god. Oh no, I lost my rook. Am I lost after queen b1? Just lost? Because that would be embarrassing. Very clearly LVN's a good player, but they miss tactics. If LVN improves tactically, they would be really, really dangerous. It's very clear to me that that's their only obvious weakness. Positionally, strategically played really well. I'm lucky to be alive because of tactical oversights by white. Oh no. Chessboard 69. Why not like Chessboard 69 Dog, DAWG? That was my favorite. Online poker players who were either Dog or 69. It would be like guaranteed they would be bad players. Oh my god, what is that? I would tell you, but I'd have to kill you. Tactics is just concrete, calculation of variations. Strategy is more like everything involving strategic decisions, planning. Strategy is a much broader. Well, people call it positional play sometimes, but I think that's a vague name for it. Like, what does that mean exactly? Positional play. I don't know. I thought he was making mistakes tactically, but now he's coming up with. Of course, it's not so easy to put people in boxes, That's another flaw. I think that's a tendency that we all have to want to classify everything, make it easier to understand. The fact of the matter is, LVM missed some tactics in this game doesn't mean that he's always missing a lot of tactics. Oh my god. I'm just checkmated. Damn. Just lost. Wow. Okay, I suck. F5 pawn sacrifice? Where did that come from? Jesus Christ. Where did that come from? You're losing. You're another example of the computer giving him a question mark for playing F5. Yet it's he never would have won this game any other way. Never, you would win this game any other way. How can I let this happen? Jesus Christ, you get bishop h5. And I'm just sitting there playing a5. Totally asleep at the switch. I'm just lost. I'm just lost in one move. Bishop d3 to go here. Game over, but no. I'm just lost. See, my problem is that I thought you were going to play rook e6. Actually, how would this even save me against rook e6? Okay, let's see. Bishop d3, rook there, rook e6, rook. It's a draw of repetition. I misconstrued the threat. There's nothing I could do. I'm just lost. Lost in one move. But that's why you can't take everything the computer evaluates as for a human game. I think his quote unquote, you look at the game if you don't know better, you'd say, oh well, f5 was dubious, shouldn't play that. Yeah, sure. Maybe, but he's already in trouble, so it's a great practical move. There are ways that black can go wrong here. It's amazing. I thought I was in trouble earlier, and I was really fine. Thought you had rook b1. This was a good sack by me too. I played a really good game till the end. Almost perfect. That's crazy. I could have just taken here. If rook e3, I have f4, no problem. If rook e3 is not a double threat, I mean, I'm just... Damn, it sucks. I made 3 blunders, yeah. I played a perfect game. Until the 3 blunders, like the Palmiachi, yeah. 3 blunders in a row. No rated. Chichimato. Cheetah. Cheetos. Astrobate is a cheetah. I think Astrobate's sleeping. He's very, very quiet. I don't understand, man. You slept through our whole simul game yesterday. Let's try a birds opening for something different. Man, good win. Nice job. Wow. Yeah, I let myself get too low on time as usual, so then I have not enough time to calculate, and I'm the one who made the tactical mistake, but it was a nice move. Do not try this at home. See, yeah, good advice. Do not play the bird. Someone was asking earlier about the Stafford Gambit. I've never played the birds opening in a tournament game. I'm not sure I ever will. As much as I would like to, there's this like voice inside my head that pops up. It's like, I don't think so. Polar bear. This is the polar bear, right? This is a polar bear. Ooh. That's not good. Polar bear hungry. Polar bear eat you. Hello. Would you like some bishop? Oh no, it's mate. But guess what? Guess what, guys? First of all, it's not mate. And secondly, I could, maybe should play rook g1. Now this may be unnecessary. See, I played a bad opening and I get a winning position. I get rewarded with a winning position in 6 moves. Okay, the birds is not as bad as the Stafford Gambit. You know, you're not like losing, you're not getting a lost position. Like, but it still gives black a very slight advantage probably. But I think the birds opening is a slight advantage, like within the margin for error that it's playable. Even by good players. Of course you have to read, I mean, you should read about openings. You don't have to do anything. I used to like, I mean, I didn't have internet when I grew up, so my knowledge comes from mostly chess books. How else would I learn? The pre-internet era. era. If you don't understand the opening works exactly, like you have to understand how to play chess. But so there's an argument for not memorizing openings. First of all, it's not enough. It's not enough to just memorize openings. You have to understand the concepts, the underlying concepts. Leave memorizing openings to like grandmasters. Focus on the fundamental concepts. Of course, we have to memorize a certain number of moves to some depth. I mean, but really, it isn't a question of memorizing. If you don't know why you're playing a move, then you shouldn't be playing it. You know. Shocky's trying to provoke me by promoting Gotham chess. I mean, at least Gotham chess, he's not a bad player, I guess. You know, I think he's kind of weak for an IM, but how did he become an IM again? He bought his title somewhere? He's definitely an FM at least. But I'm getting weaker too. I'm getting down to FM level now myself. We're gonna meet in between. I'll probably be the same strength as Gossam soon. Gossam. He'll be improving, and I'll be getting worse, and we'll be getting together soon, in terms of approximate strength. I don't remember where he bought his title. I mean, not literally bought it, but he like got it at Kmart or something. No, I'm not here to diss other people. I'm just kidding. No, I've never been a millionaire. I'm still. I never cracked 1 million. Still working on it, dude. Could have been, should have been. I guess if I loved money more, I would be a millionaire. I just don't love money enough. You know? I was never raised to like worship money like a lot of people. I had a lot of friends like that in college. They're unbelievable. Money's important, but you shouldn't worship it like it's some sort of god. I mean, and that's your goal in life, is to be rich. It's so weird. I think it's weird. Obviously, it's nice and it's good to have it and it's very useful, but as far as being like, the thing you like live for, it's kind of strange. I don't really get that. You can't take it with you. I didn't have much guidance going into college, so I didn't know what the hell to study. I went to a liberal arts. I went in a liberal arts program, and I had no clue what I wanted to do. It was a big problem, lack of guidance, basically. And that's one reason, if you guys grow up and go to college, I refuse to go to a small school, but there's definitely, some advantage in going to a smaller school. I had very little personal I regret that I didn't have any guidance, very little guidance, as far as what to study, help choosing a major or, stuff like that. I ended up like randomly deciding to study economics. I don't even know why. And then like halfway through college, I decided to change my major because I realized I didn't even like it. So then I ended up studying psychology, which was at least interesting. But I think at the end of the day, I had no clue what I wanted to study. I just like went to study, and I didn't know what to study, what I wanted to study. Probably shouldn't be going to college if you don't know what you want to study. I mean, in and I went to a big college where there's like a million people, and it was kind of not very personal. If you go to a smaller college, there's a more of a personal touch. It was interesting, but maybe I would do it differently if I had it to do over again. I mean, I was like 17 years old. How do I know I want to study for my whole life? How are you supposed to know if you haven't really tried anything? I mean, I went to school in Massachusetts, in Boston. That's why I lived in Boston for like 13 years. I ended up living there for 13 years, but you have a master's in biology. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean, like, depends on what your goal is. Imagine getting a master's in history or something. I always thought it would be stupid. But actually, maybe I would have enjoyed it more than. Of course, if you're a pipe fitter, you might make more than a biologist. Depends on what your goal is. If your goal is to make money, that's one thing. If your goal is to actually learn something, that's another. I mean, it depends. People. I don't know. Education is kind of messed up. What's the issue with Queen takes B7? No issue. I just like my position. I don't know. It is kind of weird, isn't it? Like, why wouldn't I take with the Queen on B7? I'm too distracted. I win a piece. You're right. It doesn't matter, LVN. I'm up a piece. It doesn't matter. You're right. You're just a middle school teacher. Well, don't say that. That's. I'm just a chess player. I guess you gotta be. Not regretful of your choices. I have an expensive college degree, and I became a professional chess teacher, essentially. So why did I waste a lot of money? Why did my family waste a lot of money supporting me to go to college? It was expected of me. So I just tried to follow the expectations, but I didn't really know. I wish I had waited a while. I wish I had waited a few years and been a little more mature before I went to college, so I would have actually maybe known what I wanted to do. But, never say you're just a middle school teacher, because you have the power to, the chance to teach others and help them to grow. So that's It's very important. Whatever you do, I don't think anybody should be like, I'm just the, you know, it's, I definitely say that myself, but I think it's a matter of your perspective. Yeah, your friend comes to your house and he's like, I make $200,000 a year, blah blah blah. But you can't take it with you anyway, you know. It's like material in chess. What does it matter? Are you gonna die and like have your money buried with you? Like an Egyptian funeral? Who gets more money? Taken to the next life? That's why I don't stream on chess.com, and I just hate chess.com. It's all about money, you know. People ask me all the time, why don't you like try to get more viewers to stream on chess.com? Well, I don't worship money like it's some sort of god. I just want to play chess, and I hate like I'm not like anti-capitalist, but I hate like the exploitation of chess. I just want to play chess. I mean, yeah, I'm a millionaire. I'm Hans Niemann. Dude, dropping a piece here. How long has that been hanging? Parents are millionaires. Maybe I would be a millionaire if I was a little bit lucky. But I'm not lucky. Every financial decision I make like ends up being wrong. All right. Oh, I can put that in my Twitch stream, Shaki. Code. I also decline like every promotional email I get. Forward chess. Use code Sladgie for like 10% off your next order. Alright, we've got Chichimato. What, how much time do we have actually? Yeah, I've got 35 minutes left. Miro is a subscriber. Resident Inspector, are you a subscriber? No. I love just like bitching. Daniel Narditsky. Yeah, I mean I've heard someone else. Someone else recommending him. Analyzing games is one of the best ways to learn, though. Yeah, I'm not big on the speedrun concept either. I think it's just trying to fit in the YouTube short video profile. I also don't think we have to like ram the square peg into the circular hole so much. Maybe it's the other way around. Not that it matters. It can't really be called a speed run if it's an hour long per game, dude. How is that a speed run? That's kind of a lie. That's misrepresentation, bro. You can't have like 1 hour videos and claim it's a speed run. Can you? I don't know, It sounds too long to be a speed run. But the idea is speed run is like you're commentating while you're playing, right? It's not like after the fact. Someone said 30-minute games. Okay, 15 plus 10. Yeah. Queen's Gambit accepted in reverse. You know what I don't get about Naroditsky? Like, he's really obsessed with like blitz and stuff, and he doesn't. I don't know, man. He doesn't play like international tournaments or anything. I don't get these guys. Like, at least Shankland like went out and is like playing in tournaments. I'm not quite sure. It's just weird. It's kind of weird. If I was that good, I would be competing in international tournaments. I don't see the point of becoming like... What's the point of becoming like a top 100, 200 player in the world? Just turn around and be like making videos on the internet. I mean, you're like overqualified. It's kind of crazy, almost. If you ask me, you know, I'm just a middle school teacher. I'm just an IM. But if I was 2650, I mean, seriously, why become like a 2650 world-class grandmaster? Turn around and become a chess teacher? That seems, at a very young age, you know, it's like... That's also kind of weird. I mean, why... He didn't have guidance, obviously. There's a lot of Hungarian players like that, but they have language barrier, and it just seems weird. I'm sure it's good. It's good content, but I don't see the point of becoming like 2600 player to do that. Everyone now is like just copying everyone else. Be chess streamers and YouTubers and stuff, but who the heck becomes a chess player to become a YouTuber? It's weird. I don't have any other choice, really. If I was 2600, I would. Go to Silicon Valley and, I don't know, get a job as a consultant or something. With that kind of qualification. No, you gotta quit chess and you do the Ilya Gurevich, man. Quit chess and go into finance or something. A lot of chess players in the 90s quit chess and became like traders. Deutsche Bank. I mean, not only would that be like financially beneficial, but also interesting, you know, and challenging. I think that's what attracted Ilya and a lot of good chess players to quit chess and They were actually like drafting chess players. But if you're like a 2600 chess grandmaster, it's a pretty good resume to be able to do stuff. I'm just an IM. Yeah, maybe Robin van Kampen. I haven't seen his name in a long time. I mean, I know he's been disappeared from the chess world. There's no way I'm going to be a chess coach if I made it to over 2600. I think I'm a good chess coach, but it wouldn't be my first choice of occupation. I wanted to be a chess player first and foremost. But if I can't make a living at that, I've got to make a living. It's my best option. I think if I was over 2600, I would have better options. I know that Naroditsky blew his New York Times thing. That was sort of a fail. How did he even get that? Well, I don't know whose idea it was. It was a bad idea. They had like whole games like analyzed in the New York Times, and of course, like, who's average people are not going to be able to appreciate that. That's weird. That was weird. I don't know if it was Naroditsky's idea or someone at the New York Times, but I'm sure he would have been getting paid a lot of money for that. I mean, I've said I don't love money and stuff, but it doesn't mean I don't need money to live and support my family. I don't worship money, yet I need money to live, and I'm going to try to make as much money as I can without selling my soul. Damn, this Miro is a good player. I don't know anything about Naroditsky. He was like a, curly-headed little Muppet with glasses when I saw him. The only time, maybe. Like, I never, met him since he was an adult. I think I saw him once when he was a little, like, toddler or something. Actually, one of my students played him. That's funny. When he was really little. I remember that now. One of my students actually played him when he was like a kid, like a little kid, and he lost. My student lost, an adult student. He must have been like 11 years old or something. No, Arsenal fan was missing yesterday as well. Texas Ram. Why do chess players also like Texas Hold'em? Dude, everybody likes poker. The game players are gonna like games. I mean, that's natural. Chess players also like backgammon, Chinese chess, Go, bridge. I mean, games players like games. There's always been a strong correlation between card games and chess, and today, it's a strategy. As much as a lot of noobs think that poker is a gambling game, it's a strategy game. Man. Oh, Arsenal. He probably killed himself. No, I thought he took the 4-1 loss pretty well against City. He wasn't like suicidal or anything. Should I take with the queen here? Probably. You have knight takes d4. Jesus. So I had to take with the king. Oh man. That sucks. I'm just not there tactically, and I'm distracted by the chat. Too social. I'm too social. I'm too easily distracted by chat, and I should be focusing on the games at hand. It's like I'm giving odds. I give distraction odds on the stream. That's why I'm getting in time pressure all the time. I'm so socially like isolated. I just like have to read the chat all the time. Instead of like meeting real people, I just sit around reading chat and pretending this is a normal social interaction. The same thing happens to me at poker. I get too involved socially and don't focus enough. It's hard to focus. It really is. It takes effort, especially on a Monday morning. Mr. Coffee, good to see you. Yes, Sapinko. Masturbate seems like he passed out. I like how he like forfeited in 3 moves yesterday, and my simul said it was an accident. What did he think? Like I hadn't moved, like for the first 2 hours of the simul or something. Well, I guess it wasn't that long. It doesn't take that long to forfeit. It's true. Yeah, just 15 minutes, and you space out. That's true. Yeah. Yeah. You have knight takes. There was something about king takes I didn't like. There's a problem there too. Yeah, I guess there was no. The bishop g4 doesn't work. That's the real problem. It just doesn't work. I'm just down the exchange now. Oh, what a satisfying victory. Damn, dude. I'm just lost and you hung a rook. Unbelievable. So it's all theory. Wow, my b5 is actually the most common move in this position. Robert Marcos. So 15g3 is no good. No good. Well, as soon as I played g3, I saw bishop h3. It's not a problem right away. But now there will be a problem. Okay, bishop h3, rook e1. I'm still okay. Yeah, so I had to play like rook c1 here. Black is fine though. Black has, I think, an equal game. Objectively. Objectively, I'd rather be black. It's an IQP position. You're more active. You're pretty active. Ding didn't qualify for the candidates. Didn't qualify for the match. Never won the match. Still became world champion. Well, it's obviously a great way to determine the world champion. The system they have in place. but I'm glad that he won. Adelio Crawford says, "Hi, how do I get a game against you?" Well, you have to challenge me. We have a couple challenges, and subscribers go first. There are no subscribers challenging, so I'll take the remaining games in order. Right, Resident Inspector. But we might only be able to play, like, I think I can only play maximum, like, 2 more games. Why is there a player named C1 Hess? Usually they do that when there's more than one, like C1 and C2. Like, there's two players named Christian Hess or something. No, I mean subscribers on Twitch, Texas Ram. Lichess started this thing where you can be a subscriber, but I think that's deceptive. It makes people think they're subscribers when they're subscribers, but not subscribers on Twitch, which is what I mean. Lichess should, people that follow you, they follow your Twitch channel on Lichess. It's like, click subscribe. Like, who made that? That's dumb. It's deceptive. It makes people think they're subscribers. Why would you choose to call it subscribe on Lichess when they could have used another word for it? That's weird. But whatever, they're trying to attract people to follow us on Twitch. I guess it's a good... What am I doing here anyway? Bishop takes up 6. Why would I do that? Yeah, Texas Friend, just subscribe. Now you are a subscriber. There you go. Thank you. But why would they use the word subscribe? It's confusing. You're going to confuse a lot of people, and you know that. Are they trying to... I mean, is there some sort of... Are they mocking Twitch or something? Are you trying to confuse people by calling it subscribe on Lichess? That's weird. When you go to streamers on Twitch now, there's this new option to subscribe. They need to change the name of that to avoid confusion. But I wouldn't recommend going in the forum and making any suggestions about it. They get really, really sensitive if people actually use the forums to make constructive criticism. Whew, this is kind of scary. Alright. I'm going to take my chances here, but I don't like it. Just because I'm taking my chances here doesn't mean I like it. Black developed. What about white? I'm scared too. Neither of us has developed. I played Bishop takes f6 unprovoked. Why would I do that? That's crazy. Black's got to seriously consider taking with the queen there. What a weird position. I have literally never played Bishop takes f6 in unprovoked mode. Can I be next? Yeah. You are next. In fact, that's probably our last game for today. Because I do have to go. I have to go really bad. Get it? No, just kidding. Alright, you're threatening queen takes d4. Of course, castles. What other option is there here? I could castle queenside, but I don't feel my king is very safe over there. Could have played e5 instead of bishop f6. You mean the main line of the Botvinnik variation? Oh my god, you don't say. Yeah, that's what Theory recommends, of course. That's like the sharpest opening in the queen pawn games, dude. I normally play a4. Yeah, it's only like the most iconic variation of the 90s. Right? So many games with Kramnik and Shirov and lots of other top players. He wasn't alive back then. That's what I'm talking about. It's like insane. It was just like 5 years ago, it seems like. The 90s. I never thought time would go by so fast. People are always saying that when they're old. There's always like old people are like, oh man, enjoy your youth because it goes by fast, you know. I was like, yeah, whatever. It's like, bloop, fast forward, 2023. What? I got robbed. Somewhere along the line. But the last 5 years is really absurd. And I blame it on the pandemic, mostly. I think the pandemic changed the speed of time or something. Yeah, that's a conspiracy theory. Yeah, and I started getting slower since then, too. I think we've got Illuminatis for that. Coincidence? Sladgie started playing slower since the pandemic. Coincidence? I think not. Yeah, like the happiest day of my life was like the day I graduated from high school. Or so I thought at the time. I'm like, I'm free. It seemed like the happiest day of my life. Sorry, that was loud. That was a plastic water bottle cracking. Break my eardrum, why don't you? You wanted to be 18, now I'm 39. I wanted to be 39 forever at one point. Now I'm 59. This is my new thing. I'm gonna just pretend I'm older than I really am. And then I won't be like disappointed when I have a birthday and shit. I used to try to pretend I was younger than I really am. But now we're just gonna pretend we're older than we really are. You know? And every year will be like a surprise. Oh, I'm only like 56 this year. Great. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Thanks for the gift sub yesterday from Move 11. Gift subs. But I have to go after one more challenge. Texas Ram, if you're still out there, we'll accept your challenge. Yeah, Mr. Coffee knows I went through a phase. Resident Spectator is like not really in their comfort zone. apparently. You get the feeling that Resonant Spectre doesn't play the black side of the Botvinnik variation normally. This could release some serious attacking chances for white. Release. Release the beastas. Realize, I think. Where is my tactic? Man. Somebody. No, as they say in ping pong, it's all fun and games till someone loses an eye. As they say in sniping, I was gonna say Texas Ram. We have a strong contingency of followers from Texas. Texas is a big state with lots of people in it. A lot of chess players. Apparently. Most of my base is in Florida and Texas. How does this work again? Ah, yes, I have a double threat. If he trades the knight off. It's funny, I've literally never seen anyone do what I did. I have never seen a single game where someone voluntarily exchanged his bishop on f6. I'm going to go on a limb and say both recaptures are good for black. But obviously, like, queen takes is a little safer. But your queen ends up out of play. Or in an artificial position. He really hesitated before castling. Like, what's black supposed to do if you don't castle? I mean, I guess you have alternatives. You do have alternatives, like the queen move. And now black must lose the exchange. All good things must come to an end. On paper that sounds right, but is it true? In my experience, for the most part, yes. Oh my god. Alright, first we're going to take this. And then what are we going to do? Should be an easy win, but there's no win. No easy wins, only hard wins. C-pawn is hard to contain. Rook d7, Queen e5, Queen f7 check, King h7, and the c-pawn is running. It's a big problem. So, I think you might want to consider f4. Securing the pawn on e5. I agree, Shaki. Knight f6 looked promising, and there may have been other better moves there. Very likely. But I'm effectively up a rook here. My effective stack size is rook up. Really need to get that pawn. The Queen h3 is a good move. Glad I found it. I like it. It keeps e6. As long as that bishop is like non-existent and he can't play f6, he's dead. It's one thing to be down in exchange, but it's another thing to be down a bishop. Very serious. Bishop down is quite serious. Exchange is manageable. Is he a bishop down? Perhaps not. I managed to lose a position like this yesterday in my simul. I was up massively. I actually lost it. I mean, black has a pawn for the exchange. It's not as simple. Ooh, no queen exchange, eh? It's alright, it's alright. I have a tactic. Right, I thought queen h3 was better than the other queen move. It's so easy to finish him off. That's a good queen. Well, that's a centralized queen. Bishop on f8, a tremendous defender, though, isn't it? Now you want to trade queens. Of course. Of course you want to trade queens now. Now you want to trade queens. Now you want to trade queens. Yeah, yeah. Likely story. Can you stop bothering me? See, that's why I don't want to trade queens. Finally. That was hard. That was not easy to finish him off. I just want to see that, like, is that really, has anyone ever played this move? Bishop takes f6, question mark. It's just straight up question mark. I have no idea why I did that. No, but the interesting thing is, like, well, if you take with the queen on f6, you you know, you oftentimes have to bring your queen back later. And when you let the engine run here, you know, interestingly, it's closer than we thought. It's like 1.1 advantage to black. You're up a pawn. I mean, I've sacrificed a pawn here. It's 1.3 now to 0.9, but it's not a no-brainer, I think. Texas Ram, did we lose you? Are you still challenging me? I gotta go. I have time for one last game. Make sure your tab is active. Alright. Yeah, I'm too distracted in the chat and I start doing crazy stuff like bishop takes f6. Yeah. Monday mornings are rough around here. Simul Sundays. The Lone Warrior has joined our team. Sorry, Speed Light. I gotta go. The Lone Ranger. I have very tough weekends. Now knight f3. It looks like my game, the English game. Where did we see this recently, huh? Who does that remind us of? Jim? Jim played this way against me. Wow, knight a3. That's weird. Should I take? It's interesting, like take, and then retreat the bishop. We're getting the feeling of Texas Ram. A little too quick. Oh no, I got a re-challenge. Oh no. 2173. Ram, go Ram. We're going to teach you not to always do the same moves. Bughouse. Yeah. He freaked out. See, but Texas Ram had a bad attitude. Pessimistic attitude from the get-go. thought you were gonna castle queenside. Now it's a little late. You should have done that before you played 95. You know, interesting, this opening looks like kind of okay for white. 93 is an interesting move. I've never seen that before. I'm going to go on the limb and say again, you know, it's like, don't try this at home. Just because you see Nakamura or Jabava or whoever, some circus performer, like, doing this crazy shit, it doesn't mean you should do it. I think it takes a lot of skill to play hypermodern positions. The Nisbich opening is very difficult to play. Asterbate's trying to learn it, and he's like 17, 1800. And he's having a hard time adapting. I think it's important if you play and you're under 1600, we really want to play classically first. I'm being a little dogmatic with that, but anyway. 93 was interesting. It's not such a bad move. Not any games here. This is the problem, the double pawns. But here you should have castled, you know, probably now. I mean, if you're going to castle queenside, you should do it now. And then it's not that bad. Or you can alternatively play like g3, bishop g2, and try to castle kingside. But don't say like I always play the same moves. You know, every position is different. You have to adapt. All right, let's send over. Have a nice day, guys. We'll see you tomorrow night. Slow Ponder Rapid. Slow down and enjoy your life before it's over. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Nice knowing you.